Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Complexion line. I got the foundation, the concealer, and the powder. I know there's a setting spray, but I've already tried that out and I personally don't like it, so I'm only going to be reviewing these three things today. I also already done a full review on the foundation on its own. I will leave that video link down below just in case you want to check it out. But Wet n Wild New Zealand recently just launched in stores the concealer and the pressed powders, and when I initially reviewed this foundation, a lot of you guys told me the concealer and the powders are really good, but at that time we didn't have it in New Zealand and now we do, so I want to like review everything together as a whole complexion line. And it's seriously so exciting that I can finally try the concealer and the powders out because you guys have told me that it's really good. So with that being said, if you guys want to hear my thoughts on the Photo Focus complexion line, then just continue watching. Okay, so to begin with the review, I'm going to start off with some prices and also my shades in the foundation, concealer, and powder. I feel like that is the question that I get asked the most regarding this Photo Focus line, is what shade are you? The foundation, you can get it for $6 US or 13 New Zealand dollars, and before anybody says that I'm getting ripped off, if you convert $6 US, it is around 13 New Zealand dollars. And for my shade for the foundation, I am the shade Golden Beige, but I feel like I could go a shade up. I think this is a little bit too light for me, so I am thinking about buying another one and getting a shade darker. For the concealer, it is $4 US and 9 New Zealand dollars. I picked up the shade Light Medium Beige. For the pressed powder, this is $5 US and we sell it for 13 New Zealand dollars. I'm in the shade Warm Beige. So for this review, I'm going to talk about each individual product first, and then towards the end, I will tell you guys my thoughts about the whole line as a whole and how I feel about using them together. So first, let's just breeze through the foundation because like I said, I've already done a full dedicated review on this, so if you guys are interested in seeing that, it will be in the description box. I'm sure you guys know that I love this foundation. I've talked about it so many times here on my channel and I still love it. It's like one of my favorite foundations, period. Whether it's drugstore or high-end, this is like in my top 3. Anytime I wear this foundation, I don't know why, I get so many questions from you guys. What is on your face? What foundation are you wearing? And anytime that I go to like my Hourglass foundation, which is another favorite, or the Colourpop one, I don't get asked as much when I'm wearing this foundation. It's something about this foundation, it just looks so good. I know they tested this foundation in different lighting, and this is the foundation that I personally think that looks good in photos the best out of all my foundations. This is the one. It's definitely like a medium to full coverage. You could get like a sheer coverage. I feel like this is very controllable and what kind of finish you want to get. It's not like a matte finish, but it's definitely not a dewy finish. It's something in between that, so like a semi-matte. It doesn't cling onto dry patches. Today I used a brush applying this to my face. I like using a beauty blender. I think both ways it looks great, and it's just like overall such a great foundation to have. And for $13, because you guys in New Zealand, even NYX Cosmetics, you guys in America have it very affordable, but here in New Zealand it's not affordable, and for Wet n Wild to keep that affordable price, it's freaking amazing. I think the cover drops from NYX Cosmetics is about $40, and if you convert the US dollars, it's not the same. Also tried this with flashback and it doesn't have any flashback. I tried that in my original review. So for the foundation, like I'm a huge fan of this. Moving on to the concealer, it was my first time using this kind of concealer, and honestly the concealer doesn't have a lot of product. The packaging is actually very small. It reminds me of the Maybelline Fit Me concealer from memory. As you guys know, I am cruelty free, so that was a long time ago when I used to use Maybelline. It has like a doe foot applicator. Oh, and I just read that this product is vegan, which is amazing. I was surprised of how much it covered. I'm gonna say like a medium coverage. I feel like full coverage is something that can actually hide my dark circles, and I have yet to find that concealer. I feel like you can't hide my dark circles without using a corrector. If you didn't have like very dark circles, this definitely could work out for you. It's not like a liquidy concealer, it's more on the thicker side, but nonetheless it works great. It blends out so easily, and I also feel like it brightens lightens under the eyes as well. What else can I say? Like, it doesn't emphasize my fine lines as any other concealer does. It doesn't cling on to dry patches. I don't think it makes my under eyes look even drier than usual. I feel like my under eyes always look somewhat dry because it is the under eye region. It's like a little bit dry over there, but with any other concealer it does the same thing. And for the price, like $9, I don't think you can get a concealer in New Zealand for $9 and that has this kind of coverage and blends out nicely. Like, I don't think you can. Really. I do find this shade to be a little bit light for under my eyes. I think I could go a shade up, so I'm definitely gonna look into that. I'm wearing all of it on my face today. So I'm wearing the foundation, the concealer, and the pressed powder all on my face. And what do you guys think of my skin? I'm sure it looks amazing on camera. And it does look good in person as well, don't get me wrong, it does. But something about on camera and in photos, it's like, even if your skin type is different from mine, or if I like it and you end up not liking it, I think it's okay just because it's so affordable that you're not breaking the bank. I would just say have an open mind with it. Give it a go. It's only a couple of dollars. And then lastly, we have the pressed powder. I'm gonna say it's more of like a baked powder because as you can, I don't know if you can really see, but it's like rounded. And typically when a product is baked, the coverage or the pigment is not as opaque as like a pressed powder one. So this one to me is like a sheer pressed powder. I don't know, it really reminds me of the ColourPop sheer matte powders. I mean, powders, there's only so much I can say because they don't make like a world of a difference. I only use this to set my foundation down, and as long as my foundation doesn't feel tacky, I feel like it's working. So my foundation definitely does not feel tacky. I feel like it's set in place. It's gonna last me the whole day. So for me personally, I like the powder, and again, $13, you can't go wrong with that. I even like the Cover All powder that Wet n Wild has, but I think I like this one a little bit more. It's a little bit more lightweight, not as powdery as the Cover All one. So overall, as you guys can tell, I'm a huge fan of the Photo Focus line, as everybody else is. I've heard nothing but great things about the Photo Focus line, and I'm so happy that I can finally try it out, and New Zealand finally has more cruelty-free drugstore items that I can try. I am just waiting for Physicians Formula to come to New Zealand because I really want to try the butter bronzer. But yeah, thank you guys for recommending the concealers and the powder. The biggest con, and I think everybody could agree, that it's just the shade range. With drugstore shade range, I don't know why. There must be a reason why they can't come out with so many shades, but it really sucks. Like, even for like a light, medium tan girl, I find it difficult to find my shade. So I can't imagine someone that is, you know, in the deep dark zone. And it just must be so frustrating that, you know, you want to try these products, but there isn't a shade for you to wear. I know in stores in New Zealand, our booth is not big. There's only like 5 foundations that you can test on. I think in stores, Golden Beige is the second darkest shade. And like I said, I'm not deep at all. I'm like a light, medium tan girl. The fact that my foundation shade in stores is the second darkest is just, it just blows my mind, seriously. And I want everybody to try this out, but I know everybody can't just because it's not available in their shade, and that sucks. And I hope Wet n Wild and all the other drugstore brands will improve on that. And you are seeing a change, especially with the whole Too Faced Jackie Aina collaboration. I think more brands are a little bit more conscious. I'm happy it's changing, but it should have always been like that. It should have always been inclusive. That is my opinion. I think that is the only con that I have with the Photo Focus line. I love how everything performs and how everything looks, but the shade range could definitely be a lot better. Oh, and before I wrap up the video, a lot of people have asked me about the smell. I think that's like a big concern. For me in the beginning, you definitely could smell that paint smell. I've used this foundation so many times that I literally forget about the smell. I don't even notice it anymore. I think just in the beginning it's very noticeable, but once you use it often, literally I don't even smell it anymore. That's the whole reason why I wanted to do a video on this Photo Focus line, because when I posted it on my IG stories and when I posted a flat lay on my Instagram, I got so many questions regarding this complexion line, so I thought I would just do a review. It's out there, it's set in stone. So yeah guys, that is going to wrap up my quick little review. I know it was very short and simple and straight to the point, but I don't know, there wasn't much else I could say. I truly loved everything. If there are any other questions that I didn't answer in this video, be sure to leave it in the comments down below. I'll be replying to all the questions that you guys have. I want to help you guys out. Oh, and I keep forgetting to mention these things, but if you're curious about my shade color and other brands, back in the day when I used to use MAC, I was a MAC NC 25 to 30, and in the Hourglass Vanilla Vanish Stick foundation, I'm in the shade Sand, and the ColourPop foundation, I'm in the shade Medium 90. So hopefully that gives you a general feel of what shade I am, but like I said, the concealer and the foundation, I do feel like it's a little bit light for me. And yeah, with that being said, that is going to wrap up my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up for me. Again, comment down any questions, your thoughts, or let me know your feelings. I would love to hear it. And that is going to wrap up today's video. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!